Oh shoot, our Gons rolled out on us. Yeah, they sure did. They rolled out on us. We didn't watch them. They completely rolled out on us. Man, they're moving now. They done got through this. We done run through like how many switches? No. Okay, well. What's up, YouTube? Let's play some more Run 8. We're picking up where we left off with the live stream yesterday on our Fitzgerald local. We did a ton of work. It was an awesome stream. Really appreciate everyone that showed up and watched. So like I said, we're back in Fitzgerald. This is exactly where we left off the other day. We drug up in here with a whole bunch of cars, like a ridiculous amount of cars. So we're still working on the 2002 server. I'll say 2002 to 2004, but so we're trying to adjust things and kind of scale back a little bit. Like that's a huge that's a huge switch for Chet Cola right there. Like that is a massive switch. So you know it should really only be maybe a third of that at the most, or a quarter of it. You know, maybe I would say a quarter of it honestly, but that's a lot. So yeah, we're trying to scale things back. We're trying to adjust the traffic flows and that sort of thing. So we do have some things to do here in the yard to get ready. You know, I'm kind of looking at this cut right here. But there was a whole lot more in the yard yesterday. If you watched the stream, like there was a ton of stuff in the yard. I went through, I picked up each track, I kind of paired it back, and then I put it back down. Something that's a little more reasonable to what we should be doing, at least in my mind, right? This is just going off what I've dealt with other customers and stuff like that. Back in the day, it wasn't a whole heck of a lot. You know, there were, like I said, we had the heavy hitters, which were the ones, like a heavy hitter down here would probably be the Chet Cola place. It's Foamer Beverages in game, but I've got it renamed Chet Cola. That would most definitely be a heavy hitter. That could potentially be an everyday switch. I don't even think like West Fraser and Southern Veneer could potentially be an everyday switch. You know, they might be a few times a week. You know, like I said, it depends. But we're going to work those like a few times a week. But Chet Cola is going to be a heavy hitter. He's going to be pretty much an everyday switch. So as far as what we've got left in the yard, we've got this is the pole place up here. What is that called? Meredith Pole and Timber. I keep wanting to call it Ace Pole, but it's Meredith Pole and Timber. We've got FPC. FPC is going to be Fitzgerald Paper Converters. They're only going to take one or two cars once in a while. It's not going to be a whole lot all the time. Just going back through like Google Earth and looking at it over the years, there's a lot of images where there's nothing there. It's ripped out now, like it's gone. But you know, maybe one, two cars here and there, but not a lot. Not like a really super consistent switch. SHM, this is only a Scylla Spur. SHM is going to be that's a Shapiro Metals. That could be pretty consistent. I think this might be a few times a week, maybe at the most once or twice a week, maybe three. You know, I'm leaning more towards maybe once or twice a week. West Fraser, the center beams, definitely. If you, I would say probably 3 times a week, maybe for them. FBF is going to be Farm Belt Feed and Supply. I don't know a lot about that place. I haven't really looked at it, but I think it would be maybe a few times a month. I think that's how we're going to play that out. I want to write all this stuff down. I want to go through all the industries, and I want to try to get in my head like how often would these places be switched, right? Are they heavy hitter, hit every day? Are they semi-regular a few times a week? Or are they once in a blue moon, you know, once a month, something like that? So I would say that would be maybe once a month, something like that. JMF, semi-consistent. Probably every time they go down the Scylla Spur, they would hit that place up. So we do have Modern Dispersion South, MDSE and MDSL. We don't have any cars in here because I deleted them out. They were using plastic pellet hoppers, and actually we've gotten some carbon black hoppers probably since this save was made. So we're going to spawn some of those in. Not a whole heck of a lot, right? We're just going to spawn a few in. So we'll go ahead and do that real fast. Let's go. Freight cars. Actually, let's look at covered hoppers. And we need to figure out what are the what? Here we go. The CABX and the ECQX would be the cars that we need. So let's put 2, 1, and then just to kind of mix it up and make it a little bit interesting, we're going to add in where is it at? CAGX. Put some of these in, and a GATX. There we go. Let's do a random reorder. Nice. All right, so we got those ready to go. Oh, where are we gonna put them? Guess we can put them down here on this end. Place train. We'll get to working in a second on this. We gotta do a little bit here. All right, so we've got that guy there. That's not bad. That's a decent cut. That's a decent cut. So let's go ahead and tag these guys. Go into tagger. And left shift select all of these. And then we can just get them all at once. We'll do fit A726. I don't know the difference between MDSE and MDSL. I don't know if those are like separate spots or what, but we're going to do MDSL for now. We may have to change that up later. Like I said, I'm not sure if those are separate spots that designates, but we'll look at it later. One day we'll go down the oscilloscope. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're pretty decent on all this. Got a little bit. So what we'll have to do is to get this right here, get our outbound cut right, and then come in here and kind of sort out our oscillas from our mainline run and get that together. So we might work Meredith Pole and Timber. I don't know if we're going to do anything else other than that, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and grab this bad boy, the Conrail unit. Is this our leader? Yeah, let's set him as lead by clicking U. And we should be good now. Let's go back here. And let's grab you. Turn the angle cock out. Open the coupler. See what our brakes look like. Oh, everything's good. No breakage on it. Okay, let's do F5. Reverser forward. Headlights. It's kind of rolling a little bit on us here. All right, let's set a little independent here. And let's get a handbrake on that end. Let's get a couple. That's a pretty good size cut. I can't remember exactly what the grade is right here, but we'll put a couple on it just to be safe. The question is, did the pin drop on us? The pin may have dropped. Oh, it did not drop. Nice. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to shove out. Trying to think how we want to do this. Do we want to go? I guess we could go into siding. Yeah, we could take the siding. Or honestly, I don't think we need to go all the way to the siding. Might just be able to use a yard track to. We just want to run around. We want to get on the other end of the cut and shove these on top and shove everything down to this switch, and then we're good to go. And then we're good to go as far as that. Let's work this independent a little bit here. Try to slow it up some. She got really fast on me there. Keep forgetting these are all empties. This was a hellacious local yesterday, guys, on the live stream. Like, she was heavy. She was big. 4-axle power. 4-axle power wasn't uncommon back then. Like, that's absolutely what we needed to use. But it was a lot to handle. All that weight and all those cars and all that slack trying to make a spot, right? Like, we did it, we managed, we didn't tear anything up, so we had a good day. It's always a good day, but it was a lot to handle because it was such a big local. So once we get this stuff paired back, it won't be as much, right? It'll be a lot more manageable as far as what we have to do, and then we can kind of get a flow as far as like how much traffic actually comes in. You know, everyone, like all these customers are going to unload fairly quick. They're not going to take like weeks and weeks and weeks to unload, especially if it's not their car. If it's their car, then they don't care, right? Their car can sit there as long as they want. But a lot of these cars don't belong to these places. You know, most all these cars don't belong. So what happens is if they sit on it for a while, let's say if they get a load in and they sit on it, they empty it, or they take a long time to empty the car, right? Say they get a box car full of scrap paper. And they're like, you know what? We don't want to have all that paper in our warehouse, so we're just going to kind of unload it as we go, right? Like as we need it. We're just going to let the box car be a rolling warehouse, right? They get like after a certain amount of time, and I used to know all this stuff, but I forgot. Some of you guys probably know. They start getting charged a fee. It's kind of like a demurrage fee. I don't know if it's exactly called that. Like I said, that's information that I dumped a long time ago that I couldn't tell you anything about. So but either way, they start getting charged money for sitting on top of that car because it's an incentive for them to get that car empty and put it back into in service, right? Like that's the incentive of that. So yeah, they're not going to sit on them too long. You know, it depends on how much money they want to spend. Like they can, but they go to pay for it, right? So the unloading, I'm not really like, you know, any of these customers, you spot up a car, it could be unloaded in a few days, right? It's the problem that I'm trying to figure out is like, when does stuff come back? How soon does a load come back for that industry? And that's the thing that I really kind of got to sort out, right? It's like the farm belt feed and supply that we were talking about. Like I would think that would probably be like a once a month thing. That's the kind of the way I want it. So you know, it won't have like loads constantly coming in. It won't have cars like the local may go down there one day and pick those cars up, the empties, and then it stays empty for a while, right? It stays empty for a month before they see another car. You know, it doesn't, you know, basically what I'm getting at is there doesn't have to be cars on the spot all the time. Why are we not moving, man? Don't want to go, right? There doesn't have to be cars on the spot all the time. It can be empty. Yeah, we'll get this guy up there. We may have to yeah, we'll have to play with our time. We're gonna say it's in the morning when we start this job. I can't remember exactly when this job starts. This is all like information I need to document. I need to go in and do the start times and that stuff. So we'll see. Someone had asked, I had a few people ask, some people asked for my world save. Yeah, I want to tweak it a little bit more before I put it out there. It is probably not going to be anywhere near complete. Like it's a lot to work on, but I might come up with some way to put it out there. And someone had asked about the original world. The original world is on the depot. I got it. Those guys are awesome to be able to at least give you a base, like a blank canvas, right? To start out with. A blank canvas is really nice. So I'll have to find a link to it. I don't know. I got this thing a while back. I'll have to find a link to it. And I'll at least give you guys the link. I may do a community post or something and be like, hey, this is your blank canvas right here. If you want to work on this, you absolutely can. So yeah, I definitely, like, ultimately I'd like to make this publicly available. It may be one of these deals where I kind of get it somewhat, like, get a little headway on it and then make it publicly available and be like, listen, this thing is going to be updated as I go. So all right, yeah, she just, there must be a grade right here. I don't know what it is. Let's see, what is our grade going into here? See it. See my grade. Oh, 0.48. Yeah, that's pretty decent grade going into you. So the yard's not flat. Yeah, okay. All right, that's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah, that's a ton of tank cars. I know we were talking in the stream yesterday. It's like an ethanol train, right? Like there's a lot of tank cars coming out of there. I think they would come out of there like 2 to 4 sounds reasonable to me. Maybe 6 on a really busy day, but 2 to 4 sounds really good to me a day. You know, if they don't hit it up every day, then 6 might be reasonable. You know, it just depends on how often they switch it. You know, like they could let it simmer for a bit and cars collect up and then go hit it. Like to me, this would be like a month's worth of cars, right? Like it hadn't been switched in a month. All right, so basically we're just gonna run around. We got permission from dispatcher to occupy the siding, right? It is a controlled siding, so we just can't go out there, right? Like, we have to get permission. We call them on the phone probably. Like, hey, this is A726 Fitzgerald. We need to do a little switching in the yard there. I was wondering if we could get the siding for a bit. Then he would give us a yay or nay on that. Yeah, we'll get all these shoved in. I need to start moving some southbound freight to start feeding some of this stuff. I need to get some stuff in Waycross. I really need some locomotives in Waycross. Like, Waycross, we've run some stuff out, but we haven't had anything come in because, like I said, I'm trying to like sort things out. So we're going to see a locomotive shortage down there if we don't start moving stuff down there relatively soon. We gotta do a 723, 724 for the Fitzgerald sub. I don't think there's any cars up in Oglethorpe. I'm not sure about Cordell. I hadn't even looked at it yet. But that is some stuff that we need to be doing. It's just going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time and effort to get this stuff sorted out as far as what we got to do. Pulling on these guys just a little bit. There we go. All right, let's stop it right here. That'll do. All right, let's go forward. Switches line in the clear. BC independent. Take him ahead. Just a bit. We'll get up against this cut, get everything together, and then shove it down in the clear. And that'll be a nice outbound cut. It could be for the 723. The 723 might pick it up. Depends on what they've got, like, when they get here, right? What they've already picked up. It wouldn't be uncommon for the dispatcher to be like, your 723 be like, listen, we can't get that. We don't have the power. You know, we can't get all that tonnage. And then the dispatcher be like, okay, so we'll grab the next southbound through there to Waycross to grab this stuff up for us. It could be like a 541 could kind of be like the regular job that does some switching along the way, you know, or he could just grab a random train if he wanted to and be like, hey, 685, I got 20 cars at Fitzgerald for you if you grab those up, you know. I'm kind of looking at the 541 to be the train to kind of help with the pickups. I think I will have the 541 doing the pickups at Manchester and the 544 doing the setouts, and we'll just turn the 723 to 724 at Brown Sand. And just do it that way. And then if there's any cuts along the way for whatever reason that the 723 can't get them, then the 541 would pick up the slack behind them. Be like, we got it. We got you covered. There it goes. Why did the air dump? It sounds like the air dumps every time you do that. I don't understand why. Like, it makes no sense to me, but let's connect. Let's do partial. Let's take this dude. Let's do. I think they're good. FM's coming up a little bit here. Had some weirdness with the air the other day, that is for sure. Yeah, see, it keeps climbing for some reason. I don't know why. Is the bottom open? Yeah, the bottom is open. Okay, that would be exactly why. Okay, let's close that. Now it should start dropping, and then once it gets below 100, we'll cut in the air the rest of the way. We don't have to worry about dumping it. So if you dump it over 100 or somewhere about 100's a safe, kind of a safe number. And we'll put your train in emergency. All right, there we go. Open it up the rest of the way. There we go. Nice. Let's release this handbrake. And we'll shove all these guys down in the clear. Yeah, that is a really sizable pickup. For whoever gets this is going to have a huge pickup. They're going to be like, yeah, we got 50 cars for it to pick up at at Fitzgerald for like 5,000 tons. They're like, good God, what a cut. It's not that much. I'm being sarcastic. But either way, it's a sizable cut. That is for sure. It's cool. These chip hoppers going to Brunswick, Georgia, the paper mill there. Brunswick, these are going to, this one's going to Rainier, and these two are going to Georgia Pacific, Palatka. So these are own route industries that they're going to. Like these right here, the Rainier and the GPPs, those are own route industries. So that's really cool that we're kind of moving some stuff around. So we kind of need to change this one up. I think what we're going to do is put Wax, A768, and then Ray W. Kind of change it up a little bit. I'm not sure. These came from here somewhere. They may have been West Fraser or Southern Veneer, one of the two. But we could change that up a little bit. Yeah, I just need to go through and document all this stuff. Like I need to document the locals, you know, each local and their symbol, because I can't, like, you start getting down on the A-line, I can't remember those things. I really can't. Like Taft has 50 bazillion of them down there, and Sanford has them, Pecan has them, and I don't know. We'll figure out Moncrief. There's one that runs out of Moncrief down south. You know, so we'll have to figure all that out. Those three down here. Since these guys are going to Waycross, we'll do them a solid. We'll cut them off down here on the south end of the track. So I guess that's our outbound track. Like it's really the only one that's going to fit this stuff. We probably have to have two outbound tracks, honestly. It feels like I'm like, it seems like I'm pushing against a handbrake or something. It kind of seemed like, it kind of acts like we are, because we're going downhill now, but she's slowing up. So it just feels like she's just got a little bit, like a tiny bit of resistance against her. Just a little bit. All right, let's start feathering this independent here. Go. That'll do right there. All right, let's put a couple handbrakes on it. Handbrake on the south end, because it's going to be a southbound train. Whoever picks it up is going to be heading to Waycross. Come up here on this end. This guy, close you out. And we're going to have to take a little slack. Sweet. All right, let's just stop right here. See what we're going to do next. We might do some switching now at this point. Some sorting here in the yard. Make sure I didn't push him down in the foul. Yeah, I think we're going to do some sorting. Let's see. We need to dig out our Acilas. Get them together. This is our Acila spur right here. It says A740. We're going to change that up though. Like I said, they set it up a little differently, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm by no means saying anyone has done anything wrong. We're backdating everything, so it's going to be different. You know, I've said a million times, railroading changes with the wind. Anyone that knows anything about railroading will vouch for that. It changes with the wind. It'll be one way one day, and then the next day they'll be like, we're not doing it that way today. So let's grab you. Get them all at one time. The Tiger is really nice. You had to use the Tiger. Try it out. All right, let's go ahead and do a save real fast before we do that. Spurs, a handy dandy early 2000 setup. Save overwrites. There we go. All right, I think that's good. I'm trying to figure out how we want to SSC. That's okay, that's on the main line. These are going to be Acela cars. This is an Acela car. These are main lines, main lines, main line. So everything is mainline minus that and those, right? SHM? No, SHM. Okay, these are Acelas too. So Acela, 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 and all these. Okay, these are going to be mainline here. Those are going to be main. So we need to basically break them up, right? And then these are going to go on mainline as well too. We may set our mainline stuff over on top of these, honestly, because these will be on the head end, try to block it out the way we need it. So I think what we're going to do is actually work from this end. This is going to work out pretty good. This is going to work out pretty sweet. All right, let's go ahead and it's independent. Go grab that cut. Probably do a little kicking. Yeah, I think this would be a good time to do some kicking here. Absolutely. That'll do. Let's get our switch. And we're going in this track. Oh, I see. Okay, I never noticed that the yard, the lead is a little different here. So we'll have to... man, that kind of sucks, honestly. That kind of sucks. I'd rather work between these tracks right here. If I'm going to be kicking, I'd rather work from these. So what we may do is just grab this track and pull everything out. All right, let's just get it all out of there. All right, let's go. Let's relinquish this guy real fast. Let's get our train right. Yep, I knew she wasn't laced. Just F7. It's kind of like doing yard error, but that'll be fine. That's all good. So let's relinquish another one. You grab you. F7. That's good. Chat guy. I'm just getting all these air hoses laced. 7. Technically, they shouldn't have any air on them. They're pretty much bottled, right? If you look here, you see, yeah, they're bottled, which is really a big no-no. But they got air drawn down on them. I mean, we could technically, we could do this. Wanted to. Let's bust them. So they're not bottled. Bust this guy too. Not gonna let me grab him. Why can't I grab that guy? Do I actually have to have the train? I think I did. Bust him. And we'll bust this guy too. Alright. Man, why are you so finicky? It is. It's finicky as hell for some reason. Why is it? Oh, it's because we never grabbed it. We got to grab it. There we go. Alright, so they're all laced. They're all laced and good to go. Yeah, we'll go in there. We'll grab that track and we'll sort between these three, and then we'll use these 2 tracks for our outbound. Grab this guy again. There we go. Let's do this again. Right. Now we got it. Oh, did he give him handbrakes? No, it didn't. All right, sweet. All right, let's ease on down here. Yeah, all this stuff has handbrakes. don't mind a few handbrakes, but the way the mechanics of the game work, they've all got handbrakes, right? Like the entire thing is tied down. Little independent, slow her down, no more than 4. Actually, way less than that for the for locomotives. Cool, they got the cap signal box on this engine on the Conrail. That's pretty. We really should change his number. I don't know what the Conrail GP42s are renumbered to for CSX, to be honest. I don't even know if they went to CS. Maybe all their Jeeps went to NS. I really don't know. We'll go with it for now. We'll research that later. All right, let's take this guy. Let's do partial. There we go. Now she's coming down. Open it up the rest of the way. Let's knock all these handbrakes off with F5. Below 40, we can go ahead and shove it on down and grab this next cut here. And bail our independent off. Yeah, I think the biggest thing about this world that I need to do is I need to document stuff. I need to put stuff down on paper as far as like, man, that grade right there, she is gone. Document as far as like how I want this stuff to work out. Now let's ease down there. It's because it's at that downgrade just a little bit here. It's pretty legit. Let's just let's go down here and catch up. Swing up with F11. There we go. Now we can give her a little throttle. We're pushing on the independent just a little bit, but it's fine. Yeah, honestly, it looks like I think we'll probably just sort today. We'll just sort everything out. We'll get everything ready for the next local. This is part of it. You know, when you work a local, like you'll build it the way you need it. You know, some stuff it didn't matter, you just took it. Other times you may want to you might want to line things up a certain way. Let's go ahead and hop down. Yeah, that'll do right here. Nice. Place this one up. I really wish these were swapped. Or just left to right, right? Like you're moving left to right on your process, and like I just always find myself wanting to hit open on that before I connect. If she does, she's gonna go up. Brake pipe's coming up. Now she's down. Open her up the rest of the way, and the bottom should be good. So what we're going to do is just catch up right here. And let's drag her out. We'll have to hit F5 to get the brakes all off. All right, so yeah, we'll drag this track and then we're going to sort between these three over here. One of these tracks I would like to leave open, like the outside track for a runaround track with these, so we'll sort between these two. One track will be our mainline switch and the other track will be our Oscilla switch, which is going to work out perfect because we'll put our mainline cars on top of these Meredith poles here, because that'll be the first one we hit on the way down the mainline. And I gotta look at the Oscilla spur a little bit as far as how, let's see, those are all when you go down in there, they're going to be facing points. Yeah, they got the runaround just outside of JMF. We could pull it down in there to that 880-foot run around, and then get around your train, and then shove it down there to modern dispersions, and then just work our way back north. Everything would be trailing point at that point. So that might be the way to go about doing it. If you got like a little bitty local, if you just have a handful of cars, a lineup doesn't really matter at that point, right? You know, it's not like anything that you can't manage on the fly, but you just, you know, if you watched the stream yesterday, we kind of struggled a little bit hanging on to all those cars, and some of that was my fault. I should have left my Czech cola tanks. Like, we had so many of those things we were hanging on to. I should have left them in that storage track on the main line down there. That way we wouldn't have had quite as many cars to hang on to try to spot stuff up with. But it was a lot. It was definitely a handful. All right, let's swing down right here. Actually, no, we don't need to swing down there. We need to go up to this switch. Yeah, this is the one we're going to be working on. All right, 5 cars, 726. All right, 3 cars, 3, 726. One more car, 1. All right, that'll do 726. Make sure you get a little bit clear so the slack won't roll out on top of the points, right? That would suck. Yeah, it's kind of rolling back at us. Just all that slack's rolling back out. All right. I think we're going to start throwing these in this track right here. I think those SSC, these are our cars. Yeah, we need to go in here and grab these out. SSC is Shapiro cells. We need to grab those out real fast. All right, switches line in clear. 726. Let's take them ahead. Just do the abbreviated. We're not doing all these call outs, these car counts and stuff. Multiplayer, absolutely, right? Like if you're working with, like if it's 2-player and it's you and an engineer, you want to give him the best picture you possibly can. And if you're an engineer working with someone, you kind of figure out how consistent their car counts are and what they're giving you. Are they giving you short counts? Are they giving you long counts? And then when he says like 2 or 3 cars, you know, you may want to be like, okay, well, at 2 or 3 cars, I want to be like no more than 4 mile an hour, right? You know, or 6 mile an hour. You can say, you know, 3 cars, I want to be 6 mile an hour. 1 car, I want to be below 4. You know, like that's kind of like you want to have a speed kind of set in your mind, and then you have to kind of adjust that too, depending on the weight that you're dealing with. Like yesterday's train, you had to be extra cautious with that thing, just so you wouldn't shove it off the end of the track, like when you're spotting stuff up. These are going to be loads. So it's oh, it won't let me load or empty. I guess because we're moving it, we'll straighten it out when we get down there. I did not even think about that. I did not even think about that. But yeah, those need to be loads. They do a lot of carbon black stuff not far from where I live here in the Texas Panhandle. They do it up to a place called, I guess, up around Borders when they do it. Like, I see a lot of these carbon black cars up here. I don't know what they do with it. I don't know anything about carbon black. I don't know. I guess it's used in some kind of manufacturing process, but there's some we see around up here a lot. They're Ripside, and they're like Sid Miller or something like that. They're kind of cool that they got like a name on the side of them, you know. I want to say it is Sid Miller, Sid something, Sid Vicious, Sid Justice. Oh, who remembers him? Who remembers that dude from back in the day wrestling? Oh, Sid passed away not that long ago. I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't appreciate Sid nearly enough back in the wrestling days, like when I was watching. He was a monster heel. Monster heel for sure. All right, come on. Why you squat on me like that? Let's go. Let's keep shoving. Down just a little bit. All right, that'll do. Since it's only a couple of cars and we're just going to be setting these over, I think what we're going to do is just bleed them. It needs a sound effect. Why does it not have the sound effect for bleeding them? Like, Runaway's like the most detailed train simulator either, but they don't have the bleed sound effect. Psh, I'll just do my own. There we go. All right, it's bled. We good. We good. All right, let's hop up. Catch up. So why is it like that? All right, let's hit some reverse there. All right, we'll drag them out. Like I said, this will be our Asilla track. The other one will be our mainline track. So yeah, on these, you don't have to have air on everything if you don't want. You can bleed some of these. So SSC will go on top of these, which really, yeah, Farm Belt should actually like be the next ones that could go on top of it. Then Fitzgerald paper converters, West Fraser, and then SSC on the bottom. But yeah, it's not going to be a whole lot of cars, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. We could dig them out if we need to. You could though. You could totally block them in order the way you hit up your industries, right? If you wanted to. Like I said, we'd have Meredith Pole, Farm Belt Feed Supply, Fitzgerald paper converters, West Fraser, Shapiro sells last. top down right here. All right, just a little further. I wonder, will we have room to clear these up? On that track, we may kick them down in there. We got enough room for 2 cars. It may foul this track a little bit, but it won't matter because we're going to just go back over here and shove some more in anyway. So it really don't matter. I don't think these are laced. Yeah, I didn't F7 these. Go ahead and grab them real fast. Connect. Connect. Bottom there. Turn him out. Go closed. Yeah, these are good. Okay, yeah, so they don't have any handbrakes. They don't have any air. Yeah, they're good. So we could kick those Gons on top of them. It might push them down just a little further. We'll try and see. We'll see what happens. As long as we can go back in this track is all that I really care about. All right, switches are lined. Full independent. All right, here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go full independent, right? We got full brakes to push against. So we're going to ramp our power up really good. Like number 4. And then we're going to let go of the independent. And then we're going to give them a kick. As soon as we take slack, we're going to open the coupler. And then when we're done, when we're about, you know, about 6 mile an hour, somewhere in there, we're going to go full independent again and then come out of the power, right? Hope that makes sense. We'll demonstrate it here. Hopefully this will work out. All right, so full independent. Go number 4. All right, release independent. Open coupler. There you go. Pins pulled. Full independent again. Got a little faster than what I wanted, but now we can come out of the throttle. Let's see what they do. Let's watch them here for a second and see what they do. That's kind of a little bit of a hard kick. It's a little harder than what I wanted to do, but we could play with the handbrake a little bit. Try to slow it down. That slowed it down some. That should be good right there. We just gotta watch it. Make sure they don't start rolling out on us. Yeah, see? It's on that little bit of a downgrade, so it's just enough of a bump to get things going, but that's all right. Our brakeman's down here. He's going to catch up and tie a handbrake code. Hopefully it's going to be a good handbrake. Or he's going to have a bad day. There you go. Now it's tied down. Perfect. Now we'll go back to the Oscilla track. Same process. All right, so we're full independent. We're at idle. It's going to be a pretty big kick right here. Yeah, it is. It ain't nothing our handbrake, it ain't nothing our brakeman can handle. Let's go ahead and load these guys up real fast. Load. 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 There we go. Those should have been loaded when I spawned them in. I didn't load them though. Alright, now we good. Now we good. I'm here to grab the coupler. It's already good to go. Alright. Go number 4. Let it ramp up. We're not going to kick these too hard. Open coupler. Full independent. Back out. Oh shoot, they weren't bled. Never mind. Spur completely goofed that up. I sure did. I just put them in emergency. Never mind. I forgot they weren't bled. All right, scratch that. Let's bleed them. We'll give him another little kick. We'll give him a little nudge down in there. Come on, bleed. Bleeding. Do we have to grab onto it to... I do not know. I was in kicking mode. Like, I totally was in kicking mode when I did that. Let's close you off. Let's just shift F7 to get it back right real quick, real fast, real quick. Never mind. We'll bleed everything, or we'll just bleed some of them. Really, all these should have gone down in there anyway. Like, these should have. So, let's close this guy out. Bleed. That one did the air. That one did the air sound, so... I don't know why these are making a difference. They should all do it though. They should all do that exact same sound. Why they're not. All right, now we're good. All right, go up to 4. Open. Nice. We could. I wonder if we could catch up on these guys. Maybe not. We may not be able to. I've never done this before, honestly. Like, we'll see. Can we catch? Yeah, we can. Nice. Okay. Can we do the handbrake though? No, we can't. No. We should have clicked it first and then got on it. Now let's see if we can catch up. It's so close. There's not much room, not much time. Now we got it. They ride it down in the clear. Our handbrake on. Hopefully it's a good handbrake. That guy still had a little bit left in the brake cylinder. I guess I didn't bleed this one. Thought I had. Yeah, she wanted to roll a little bit because of all that weight. Alright, that's good. What else? We want these on the head end. I think we're going to do a little switching on this one here. These are back. These are back to the main line. Yeah, these are back to the main line. So what we need to do... We'll do Meredith first, and then farm belt behind that. That means we need to set these over. Yeah, we'll grab the guns. We'll set them over on this runaround track. Put these back in. That's it. It's a relatively small train. It's like, yeah, I don't know if I'd go to all this trouble on that, maybe. Depends if you want to get out there and get right to work. Instead of dicking around in the yard. Knock our handbrake off before we do that. Alright, so we've got... actually, we're not showing them in the clear. We got to go back the other way. And she took off fast with that. Holy cow. That was a lot. Oh, stop. We got to make our cut right here. Now we can do it. Go with it. Go with it. Go with it. Go with it. Just drop the pin again. Oh, we didn't. Alright, now we can set these over. It's a lot to do, single person. Like, it is a lot to keep up with. It really just is. Alright, back forward. So we will kick these guys. I don't think we're going to use quite as much oomph on these because it's kind of light. There we go. Alright, so we'll set those over. Damn, they're kind of squatting. I may should have gave them a little bit more than that. Downhill, they should be fine. Alright, so these would be, after Meredith, these would be the next ones, FBF, second out. So these need to go back in on top of the, whole cars. This would be a good job, a good three-man crew. Have your conductor pulling the pin and have your brakeman getting the switches for you. These are not lead. Make sure we do that. Let's not make that mistake again. See, yeah, it makes... It makes the sound when you do it like that. There we go, we got our switch line. You give him a pretty good kick because we want to bump those we want to bump these hoppers, or not hoppers, these pole cars down. Let's knock that handbrake off so it'll roll. A little bit fast. Let's give him a little handbrake. That looks a little better. That should be fine right here. I just want them to roll in the clear if they will. Yeah, it's like once they get started, they're going. That should be fine there. Let's apply it. Now we're gonna knock it off. We'll just watch them. Make sure they don't roll out. So these are I think we got Fitzgerald paper converters though. I think we need to get these next, and then the West Fraser, and then the yeah, these need to go on top of that next. Oh shoot, our Gons rolled out on us. Yeah, they sure did. They rolled out on us. We didn't watch them. Completely rolled out on us. Man, they're moving now. They done got through this. We done run through like how many switches? No. Okay, well, we're probably just going to move these guys back. Let's just do that. I'm not going to do all that mess. Let's go. I guess I didn't tie a handbrake on these when we let them go, right? I guess not. I thought I did. I guess not. I told you it's a lot to keep up with. They could have rolled down there. Like they could have. Too bad they could just spot themselves. Copy that guy. There we go. Let's delete these. Yeah, they were gone. Man, they were gone. Yeah, I guess I didn't catch them when I kicked them in there. I wasn't thinking. I guess I was thinking they'd have something to go against. Let's. Better than that. Let's dump it. We did. We just kicked him over and let him go. All right. Good thing we caught that. That would have been a bad day. Told you, you're not railroading unless you tear stuff up. Okay, that's messed up my entire plan of action here. What were we doing? These guys. Okay, so we got to set these guys over on top of the Gons. Pick these guys on top of them. Then these are Asilla cars, right? Yeah, SHM or Asilla. So we'll put these on top of the Gons. Pick those on the two boxes on top of that. Then go back and grab these. Or at least grab the Shapiros. Put those on the Asilla Spur. And then we need to do West Fraser and then the other, these Gons need, so we need to swap those around. Okay. Alright, let's grab a train again. Got it. Make sure we got our switches here. Yeah, I remember one time we were kicking cars and I was the brakeman, so I was manning the switches. And we were sorting cars out, so I was kicking them over to an empty track. And then we're putting some back in the tracks that we were coming out of. And I kicked some into the track that we were sorting into. And they hit, but I guess the pin didn't drop, and we're kind of kicking them uphill a little bit, and I guess the pin didn't drop. So the cars that I kicked against had handbrakes on them, but I said I don't know if the pin didn't drop or if the knuckles butted or what, but we going about our business. I send the cars back down to the conductor, and I look back at that car, the cars that we had kicked out, and they were rolling back at us like they're going to roll into the side of our train. I was like, oh shoot. So I had to run, and there's a big piece of 2x4 by the track. I just took it and stuck it under the wheel real fast. Like I felt like I could stop it quicker that way than trying to like run all, because the handbrake wasn't on the end closest to me. It was on the opposite end, so I'd have to run to the car and then run down it. And how that handbrake on, I felt like by the time I did that, like it would have been into the side of our train. So this is just stuff you got to watch for, right? Like the stuff happens all the time. Stuff definitely happens. Come on, shove. There we go. Reverse it. I just busted my air again because I wasn't paying attention. I got it back right. Let's go. All right, so we'll set these back over on top of that. Pretty good size cut. I don't think I'm gonna kick them in there. We'll just shove them in. I got a handbrake. Yeah, these don't have. Yeah, they don't have a handbrake. That's one thing about this yard. You want to make sure your cuts are solid. But luckily, you don't have to worry about, like in game, you don't ever have to worry about the pin not dropping. Like it's always going to drop. And sometimes in real life, it wouldn't. So yeah, with the yard being downgraded a little bit here, like 0.5%, it'd probably be a good idea to like grab that cut and stretch it and make sure everything's solid together before you let go of it. Let's get that. Close. Take a little bit of slack. Oh, just a little bit. There we go. All right, so next moves. Next moves. Let me look at it real quick. So okay, so these need to go on top of these need to go on top of the Asilla. These need to go on top of that cut, and then we'll grab those last. So I think what we're going to do, and we'll go back to this track. Slow her up a little bit. That's good right there. Let's bleed them. Alright, those are bled. Does have a handbrake. Oh, that one doesn't. Alright, let's pull them ahead a bit and we'll make a cut. Where can we make a cut? About right here. Yeah, we'll make a cut right here. There, that'll do right here. That's good. Handbrake. Of course. Got to get against it a little bit here. There, that's good. Set these over on top of that. Switching is one time I do think a rail driver would come in handy, or something. Something that doesn't require like combinations of keys. Get them together, shove them a little bit. Have a handbrake? Doesn't. Go, keep shoving. Yeah, I kind of wish they'd add into the game like the chance of the pin not dropping. It's just one other little quirk. Maybe it doesn't. So, like, I don't think I've ever had the pin not drop on me. Like, it's just one other little quirk that you have to kind of... It feels like it's got some handbrakes on it somewhere. It may have some down in it. Yeah, it'd just be one of those quirks that you have to kind of deal with, right? It would make stretching your train a big deal. Right here. Oh, it didn't let me catch up. Yeah, the radius of that. I'd like to see the radius of that like a little more. It's not very forgiving. Like, you have to be within a node. Like, you have to be like that on the freight car to be able to catch up on it, you know? You should be able to reach out, like, at least a few feet. At least a couple feet to kind of catch up on it. Like, I think. That's good right here. Top off. We'll, get our switch. I wonder, do we have a handbrake on that? Yeah, we do. Hazmat car. Technically shouldn't be kicking against that. I wouldn't. Yeah, we'll just go in there and get them together. Yeah, it's really like, you have to be right on top of it. Yeah, I can't remember what the rule said about kicking against a hazmat. Maybe it was okay. I don't remember. I don't remember. I know we had hazmat and a paper mill. I don't think we I don't think we differentiated. We just kicked stuff. It might be all right. Either way, we're just going to take it, shove it down in here. I'm saying this is SHM. This should be a JMF. Like, yeah, I don't know what's. Yeah, that I could have swore that was a JMF car. How did that change? Maybe I accidentally did something with it when I was retagging stuff. I don't know. We definitely wouldn't be going to the scrap place. All right, that's good right here. That's good. That's good. Let's get a handbrake. All right, so we'll take these guys and put them on top of this, and that'll be our main line cut. We'll be good to go. So we basically got 2 trips to work. Down the main line towards Oceanfield. That direction south. And then we got the Oscilla Spur that we got to do too. So, I mean, you could do both those in one day. Or we may say, hey, Oscilla Spur is going to be a Thursday thing. You know, so we go down there on Thursday, aka tomorrow. You know, it could go either way. Or switch here. All right, so go back, grab these gons, set them on top of that cut, and then we're good to go. We'll be done. I love switching. Switching is a lot of fun. How many cars are we taking out the main line? Actually, those 3 don't count because we're going to be setting those out relatively soon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cars. Yeah, I honestly, like, I may not have even bothered blocking all that stuff in order the way it is, right? Like, it's not a lot. It's just a handful. I mean, you'd want them together for your industries, but they wouldn't necessarily, like, for that many cars, they wouldn't necessarily have to be blocked in exact order. But at least it gives you an idea of, like, how you could block this stuff out. Great. Get that. Reverse. Yeah, honestly, I just would have made sure all the cars were like together, like for each industry, and just going with it. We could have dug them out. All right, that'll do right here. All right, forward, release. So handbrakes on this. I sort of go keep shoving on it. Yeah, they're bled. Handbrake, there's some kind of brakes in there somewhere, yeah. Maybe it's on the bottom. I'm just glad we got our gons. I forgot we kicked them into an empty track. We kicked them into an empty track and I didn't catch up on them to tie a handbrake on. So yeah. Where is the handbrake on this? A little bit in the brake cylinder on that one. So little bit on that one too. That's where it was at. Yeah, that one too. These are okay. Nice. Let's go ahead and since this is I'm trying to think how you would do this job. Like, the sucky part about it is Meredith Pole's on the other side of the main here. We got the siding in between us, so I think probably just run around it, get up against it, and shove it out the north end. Here at the siding, then pull south, grab this guy, and then go south and just hit everything up. And then turn and come back. I think that's how we do it. Let's go ahead and let's get this guy the rest of the way to clear. Yeah, just a little bit. We'll call it a day. And we'll do all this stuff some other time. Maybe we'll do it on the next live stream. Something like that. It's the only thing when we come back, like, we're going to be pulling everything in all these places. It's going to be a pull and replace. So we're probably going to come back with a lot of cars. I may go back and kind of cut them back a little bit. Like, this isn't F4 here. That's not too unreasonable. I've looked at Google Earth over the years. I've seen a max of 4 in there. Usually it's like 1 or 2. But I've seen it look like up to 4. It's kind of fuzzy, but it looked like it's about 4. Other places, I don't know. It could be a lot. I'll probably just go through, like I said, and kind of scale back what we get out of there. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Love all of you. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And we'll catch you next time. We might be doing a live stream tomorrow morning. So keep an eye out. Peace. No, big cat. No. Oh, no. No, kitty. Oh, that's a MiG. That's a MiG over us. Okay. It's the weirdest day ever. Oh, no. He just